Let's transition now to the Norris Trophy conversation as the finalists were announced. And, Johnny, I'm always up for a little rhetoric, a little debate, but this seemed pretty straightforward, right? Look at these three guys. You go, yeah, Victor Hedman, sure. Roman Josi, incredible season. He's in the Hart Trophy conversation. And Cale Makar, who, as Connor McGahey was saying earlier, he's 1A, 1B when you talk about the top defenseman in the league. Fairly straightforward top three here, right?
Feels that way. I mean, they're 1, 2, 3 in points, which goes a long way to helping, your case for the Norris. But I also think you look at what they did and what they were asked to do. It feels like this was probably the correct decision along the way. Adam Fox had a good year. Charlie McAvoy, I love. But these three felt like they separated themselves in different ways. And Makar with the goal scoring, Josi with the points, and Hedman kind of with a two-way game. But all of them having career years offensively. And so I don't think they missed on the finalists, but I am curious to see how this voting breaks itself down because Roman Josi overwhelms you with his 96 points. Had he played every game this year, he would have been on pace for 99. He would have been right there at 100. And so does that degree of offensive production of Roman Josi and how pivotal he is for the Nashville Predators, he leads them in so many categories: zone exit, zone entry, shot attempts, you name it. He is a catalyst for their offense. Are those point totals so great that it makes up for the more goals by Cale Makar and maybe a little bit of the better defense by the other two guys? I'm curious about that, Perry. Is it just all offense, or if they start looking at the full package, do one of the other guys have a good chance to win this as well?
And you look at the old MVP debate. Is it the best player in the league? Is it the most valuable player to his team? And if you want to look at those, you look at, yes, that is the three best defensemen in the league right now. They are. And there's a couple guys that didn't make the list. Tough. That's how hard the league is. That's how good everybody is in this game nowadays. Yeah. And you got Cale Makar, you got the exciting you young guy, the goal scorer. He's as dynamic as they come. Victor Hedman, the stalwart, 6 years in a row. The Larry Robinson of his generation, just this big defenseman that's going to go out there and be a great defenseman night in and night out. But you look at Roman Josi, if you want to take a look at the teams, and you got Makar, you got McKinnon, you got some names on there. Colorado, are they still Colorado without Cale Makar?
Yeah.
Not the same, but they are still really a very, very good team.
Yeah.
I look at Victor Hedman in Tampa, the same thing. You look at Roman Josi in Nashville. Is Nashville even a playoff team without Roman Josi? Do they make the playoffs without him? And I think that's where it edges out with Roman Josi. Obviously, he's got the numbers to back it up. The 90 points first since Ray Bourque to do it. It's just absolutely incredible with how he finished this year. And I think that will put him up and above the other two guys. Nothing against Cale Makar, Victor Hedman, and spectacular players like we talked about. Adam Fox not even getting named. I mean, there are some spectacular defensemen that didn't even get named a finalist, and it's even harder to win it, but I think Roman Josi takes her home tonight.
I think you're right. Josi probably is the pick, but Johnny, Cale Makar is going to be the guy moving on to the second round. What is it about his play that really stands out to you?
Well, before we get too hung up on the coronation of Roman Josi, does it bother anyone that the Defenseman Award is going to go to a defenseman who doesn't play tough defensive minutes? That he gets sheltered 5-on-5 assignments. I'm not going to bother, he doesn't kill penalties. I think that's because they have other guys to do it and they want him to play 5-on-5. But when it comes to just playing 5-on-5, Roman Josi's not asked to play the tough minutes. He gets very sheltered minutes compared to Cale Makar and Victor Hedman. Does that matter to voters? I'm not so sure, because when you look at what Makar and Hedman do, they do play against other teams' top lines a lot more often, especially Makar and Taves in Colorado. Hedman gets a little help with McDonough and Chernak when they're healthy, but Makar and Taves are the go-to shutdown pair, offensive pair, and Cale Makar had 28 goals. And while Josi had 10% more points, Makar had 20% more goals. I think goals are worth more than points. That feels almost like a wash. I know he plays for a better team, and Colorado would be excellent without him, but he is the single best goal-scoring defenseman by a considerable margin, in my mind, in the NHL. And there's value in that. The way he gets shots in from the point, whether it's 5-on-5 in the power play, his hands, his edge work, all those different things. I can make a very compelling case for Cale Makar to deserve to win the Norris Trophy this year over Roman Josi, even with Josi's outrageous point totals. He just does more things well in all aspects of the game than Roman Josi does. So, yeah, I kind of with you. I don't want to hedge here at all, guys. I think Josi will win. I kind of think Makar should win.
I like it.
A little bit of healthy debate.
I like
with
it.
that.
Yeah.
By the way, Josi only had one more primary assist. So to Johnny's point, when you're looking at all things, it's not all things being equal. But I do think the overall point total is definitely eye-popping. Vezina, by the way, will be announced tomorrow. I think Shesterkin, we all know, is going to be the heavy favorite there, but look forward to that.